Okay, this will be a bonus reading. I don't know the sign yet, so we'll find out. This will be a kind of like a how to get unstuck video, or why you're stuck and what to do about it kind of thing. So we'll see what, or why you are an incompetent shuffler. Okay, all right, hold on. Oh my God, awesome. Yep, and me without a video editing program. Okay. All right. This is going to be why you are like stuck, or like, you know, that kind of thing. All right. So let's see. Let's see what sign we will be doing this for. Highest and clear. Well, that just kind of fell, but okay. Let's see. Five of Swords. Yeah, Five of Pentacles. Oh, yeah, definitely some. These are obstacle cards. So it like hit me to do this reading. So usually when that happens, it's for a reason. Somebody needs it. So let's see. Let's see what's going on. So where was I? Oh yeah. Okay. So highest. Pick the sign that needs the advice here. Highest and clearest advice for this sign, please. Okay. Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? Who needs this advice? Okay. Oh, wow. That was easy. All right. Taurus. Okay. So I will also tag Cancer in this as well, because for me, if you're new to my channel, you're probably like, you know, WTF, but if you've watched me enough, you know, a lot of times I say, to me, the Empress is the Cancer card. So it is technically, though, the Taurus card, and we do have a cup at the bottom. So I'm gonna call this a Taurus reading, like why you're stuck kind of thing. However, if you have like Cancer rising, even more prominent, or if I might tag Cancer on the side too, so they might get some benefit out of this as well. All right, so let's see. All right, so Taurus, no. Why are you stuck? All right, so let's see what we get here. Why is Taurus stuck? What's going on? Any like recent past cards, please? Recent past cards, please. For Taurus, what's going on for Taurus? Okay, Taurus. Okay. Oh, man, yeah. All right. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, that's right. I'm going to have reversals here because I messed up the shuffling in the beginning. I usually typically don't read reversals, but we do have the King of Cups coming out here in reverse with the Five of Cups. There could be like a lot of drinking going on right now, you know, and you know, and I'm not judging or anything like that. I'm just saying there could be maybe that's, or maybe you could be dealing with someone who is in like you know, kind of a little bit on a bender, you know, kind of thing. It could be a couple other things too. So it could be that. All right. Could definitely be a love situation with the Two of Cups. However, the other thing this could be, and man, I hope it isn't. But you know, we do have the Death card here. We have an upside down King of Cups and a little bit of a mourning card here. So I mean, it could be maybe you lost somebody recently that was dear to you. So that could be. And if that is the case, then it's like I do feel like there's love for you. There's love like around you and for you that is supportive. If that is your kind of issue. The other thing is too, it could just be romantic in general. There might not be any of those two things involved, and it could just be. I mean, the Five of Cups to me is it's a card of like feeling like you're invisible to the person. You know, sometimes. Typically in tarot, it's a card of regret and things like that. To me, it's more of a card. It just the black cloak to me always it just gives me a sense of somebody who feels invisible and dark. You know, just kind of sad and what they've lost and that sort of thing. And the interesting thing about this is. You know, as they stare at what is spilled and the emotions that have spilled, you know, we do always have these Two of Cups standing in the background. And here's the Two of Cups here. As I said, there is a love for you. So do not despair, Taurus. Okay. With the King of Cups in reverse, definitely could be, you know, dealing with a water sign. That is very possible. The Scorpio, you know, is indicated here. It doesn't have to be, though. It could be too, just the situation is transforming now. So this is kind of the recent past. Let's take a move on and let's see what's going on. So let's see what's going on. What is the main reason here, like that Taurus is stuck, or Cancers, especially because we do have the King of Cups that came out too. So let's see. Okay, so what is the current? No, let's see. Hold on, let me form the right question. I just literally just turned on the camera to make this video, so it's like I'm not super prepared. Sometimes I get these like things to make videos, and there's a Page of Cups again, and Temperance. So there's definitely, especially for you guys, like if you guys lost a father or something like that recently, or you know, something like that, you know, there's like this guidance like around you, you know, this like guided angel or something. For others of you, this could be, there will be like maybe an apology coming, or maybe some communication or something like that. It's about like just kind of being patient in things. So let me ask the appropriate question here. Let's see. Will Molly's hair ever stop falling in her eyes? Okay, no. Let's see. All right, appropriate question for these guys. Let's see, because we want to get them unstuck. So, what? All right, what is the main thing fueling this energy of stuckness? Like, what is the main thing that is fueling? I talked to myself a little bit when I shuffle. Don't worry, I'll speak clearly when the cards come out. So, what is the main fuel behind this like energy of feeling stuck from Taurus's point of view, and or Cancer's? Okay, the Hierophant in reverse. Wow, and there's a Page of Cups again. Okay, and we landed here again. See, I'm telling you guys, wow, you know, there's something here that is, it's like, just to be patient with. There's something, yeah, you're going to have the Three of Swords in reverse, and the Two of Cups. Oh my gosh, Taurus. There is love for you. There is love around you. So it's like you're being healed right now, and it's whatever the situation, it will pass. So for those of you who have like lost somebody or something, you know, of that, I mean, that's just, you know, that's a whole nother video, right? So I mean, there's not much that I can give to you from that, other than that there is love around you. There's like divine, like angelic energy around you. I mean, it is what it is. It sucks. You know, I've been through it. I get it. It's, you know, and it's just dealing with it as it is. You know, I mean, there's nothing that you can do to speed it along. And, you know, that if you've lost somebody, that's that's really all anybody could ever say is it's freaking sucks. And, you know, just realizing that, you know, you're not alone, and you do have, you know, other even if it's not in this, you know, world, you do have others like that are looking over you and caring for you. Okay, so that aside, let's go to the other. I feel like this is more about like a relationship. Here's the problem. Okay, is that it's like someone isn't really like a big committer. Okay, or like somebody was a big committer, but they realize that this is just a page situation. So it could be like, in other words, you know, it could be that, you know, you might have thought that you had something very strong with this person, but like their energy, they never thought of it that way. You know, they just thought of it as like a flirtation, or just some, you know, like a fun kind of thing, you know, kind of deal. So that could be you or them. Most likely it's them, because this is your reading. Or I mean, like most likely it was them being just flirty, and you were expecting more because this is your reading. This could be a marriage, absolutely, that is not doing well, and there could be a child involved, with the Death card here and the Hierophant in reverse. Again, though, there's something like that is going to like pull through, because you do have the Three of Swords in reverse into the Two of Cups and Ace of Cups. So let's see what will kind of like turn this around for you guys. So this is your card too. I just realized that. So so your card is in reverse. I think you might be moving. See, the thing is too, I think that you might have invested a lot of emotional, like, emotions into something, but then maybe like you've had like a different perspective, or you've decided to leave that kind of energy behind. Or maybe somebody, to me, sometimes the King of Cups is a little needy, you know, maybe somebody was like just like too needy, you know, like towards you. Maybe they like just needed you like a little bit too much, you know, that kind of thing. And it's like that energy is changing now. But it makes you view the relationship differently. So let's see. So let's see what you can do to kind of, what can Taurus or Cancers, but mostly this is a reading for Tauruses, what can they do to to get like a different perspective on this, and like what can they do to get the perspective they need? Where is the perspective they need to become unstuck with this situation? Not the action, but what is the perspective that they need at this time? Okay. Oh, okay, perfect. Yeah, okay, yeah, all right. So the perspective that is like kind of suggested by the cards here. Good advice always, you know, the Six of Swords. So the Six of Swords is about moving away from things that just they don't serve you. You know, it's just bombarding thoughts, things like that. Things that aren't like moving you forward in any way. They're just like wasting your energy and your time, and your you know, spending your emotional bank money. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's like moving away from that energy. However, here's the interesting thing. So separating all of that energy, but then looking forward to connection, to true connection, because it's like, I don't know, I just feel like something's like upside down here, right? And the fact that we even have reversals, I never read reversals. And what did I do right at the beginning of this video is like spill my cards all over the, you know. And again, I get the sense somebody's like drinking like way too much too, because it's like, you know, it was kind of like a weird thing, you know. It's like I mean I am a klutz, so it ain't that weird, but I don't think I've ever done that actually, like that significantly. And they just kind of like, you know, blopped all over my, you know, my lap kind of thing. So there's something like sloppy, you know, that was going on, right? So it's like, I feel like that energy, it's like, it's upside down, it's a little sloppy, it's a little needy, it's a little, I love you, bro. You know, it's a little like all this kind of stuff. And it's like, you know, we got a page, we got a hierophant, you know, I mean, that's like a big contrast right there. So it's like leaving this energy, and it's not necessarily like accepting it or anything like that. It's just leaving like whatever this kind of disastrous kind of stuff going on is, and moving forward, and, you know, only looking towards this, a true connection. Like this is sincere, you know, sincerity. You know, this is like a really good connection. So let's see what this is about. So let's see. All right. So let's clarify. We're going to clarify this, then we'll look at your actions, and then we'll kind of look at the outcome. So let's clarify Six of Swords and Two of Cups for Tauruses and or Cancers. The Fool card. Exactly. Okay, perfect. Yeah, just have some sort of new, like, kind of... I mean, I know that's hard, you know, and this isn't the action cards. This is the perspective. Actually, it's perspective. I got to remember that. Okay, so let me backtrack a little, because I was giving you actions. All right, and I asked for the perspective. So the perspective is asking you to see things in a, basically, I feel like it's saying to perceive things like with faith. So it's like, you know, move away from this, the confusion of whatever, you know, that was, right? And start perceiving things that, yes, this can happen. This connection can be real. It can be strong. It may not be this person, you know, it may be, but it's like perceiving that it's like you can have connection. You can have adventure. You can have like a clean slate. You can have like, you know, you can have the beautiful like type of adventurous, you know, type of scenario in love is what I feel. All right, so let's see. What are the actions to take for Cancers and or I'm sorry, for Tauruses and or Cancers? All right. This is probably mostly a Taurus read. I don't know if I will label it with the Cancers, because really, I mean, we've got the Hierophant, we've got the Empress. So, I mean, if you're Cancer and you happen to be watching this, then that means you stumbled upon it for a reason, okay? So, but I probably will just label it Taurus, because that's what I'm seeing here. All right. So, what is the actions to take? What are the actions to take? Ace of Pentacles in reverse, Five of Swords. Okay, not good. Okay, Page of Pentacles. Okay, yeah, okay. All right, okay. Wow, that's some confusing ass advice. Okay, wow. Okay, well, that's not really telling us anything, because it's still ending up with a choice card at the bottom of the deck. All right, All right, hold on. It's probably a story. So let me see. I usually get cards and little stories. They like to make my little brain work. Okay. Um, hmm. Okay, the Five of Swords to me a lot of times is a very Taurus-esque card. Okay, it is not. I mean, it's swords, it's air energy. But with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse and the Five of Swords looking on, this is almost like a battle of wills. Like, but what I'm getting almost is that you're, and I know this can sound weird, but I mean, it's definitely like a self-sabotaging type of thing where you're almost like saying to yourself, like yep, I told you I wouldn't get this, or I told you it wouldn't be this way. It's like you're almost like winning the fight with yourself, if that makes sense. So, because it's like yourself wants to be right, okay, and not like a weird, like an ego way. It's just, God, I don't know how to explain this. It's self-sabotage energy is what I feel. It's like saying, oh, I knew this wouldn't work, and since, even though like it could kind of, it's like you want it not to work because that's what you said would happen, and so you want to be right. I know that sounds really weird, and I don't know if that's coming off right, and I certainly don't mean to offend anyone, but it's sometimes the tricky shit that our subconscious does, that it's not like you're trying to say this to yourself, but it's like that's what I feel is the pattern of thinking, okay? There is something here about an offer coming in. Like somebody here could be definitely like quitting drinking or like making a big change in their life in that way, or I don't know, I keep getting that. Um, it doesn't have to be, but it's like, but I do feel there's somebody here that wants to like come forward and just kind of offer something, and like come out of the confusion, or they sense that you need to like come out of the confusion. So somebody's like trying to like offer help or offer something solid for you. Um, this person wants you to come out of confusion. That's what I'm getting. This person wants you to come out of confusion. All right. Could be a young person around you. But they want you, they want to show you that, hey, Taurus, you can be solid. It's like here's this like little gem of advice or something. That's kind of what I feel, and I feel it comes from somebody younger than you. It could even oddly, like, I mean, for somebody, it could even be like your kids, like just say like a kid or something says something that's just one of those super wise. You ever have that, like where like I've even seen it in like 10-year-olds or something before, but like maybe like a teenager or something, and they just like say something and they're not even meaning to, but it's like it hits you. It's like, fuck, that's pretty wise. It's almost something like that too that could be going on. But so pay attention to things. Somebody's trying to offer you something like solid to like work with, as far as like you, like they're saying like you need to come out of this confusion now. Like it's time. You need to start looking forward to something and get your passion back is what they're saying. This young person is saying this, okay? Or, it doesn't have to be somebody younger than you, but I am kind of getting that vibe that it is. Yeah, because again, the confusion. Because they want you to see a bigger picture, to come out of confusion and like be like a little bit more passionate about life. Like, to me, the Queen of Wands in reverse, I mean, different readers have different things. And I don't do reversals very often. So for me, it's just like purely intuitive rather than actually knowing all the scholarly terms. All right. Which I do know somewhere deep down in there, but it's just, I don't use them much. So it's not something that, it's just going to roll off the tongue. So to me, it's like visually the way I see the Queen of Wands in reverse is somebody who's just kind of not really taking care of themselves right now. Like they might not be, it's kind of like trudging to the grocery store in like your slippers, you know what I'm saying? And just kind of like not caring, or just not having much passion for life in general. And whereas like that's not you, like you really do have a lot of creativity, and you actually have a lot of magnetism when you want to use it. Okay, but not like it's got to be like this, to use that. So I feel like this person again is really urging you to kind of come out of this confusion and see that there's more out there, and that there's something more interesting, for you, different perspectives, again, like different, maybe even like travel. This person could, be urging you to travel or take a little trip or something like that. Just do something like adventurous, like a different perspective for yourself, to bring yourself back upright, okay? And then we have the Four of Wands and we have the Lovers. So, the Four of Wands and Lovers, I mean, the Lovers could be a choice that still needs to be made. It's also the card for Gemini. But the Four of Wands to me indicates like this could be a marriage gone awry right now. If it has, if somebody's drinking, if somebody's like effing up, or or maybe it's you, I mean, we all, it's not like, it's always somebody's fault. We all play faults in things at different times. We play different roles, right? In a relationship, it's not like it's just always somebody else's fault. Sometimes it's our fault too. And it's like whatever this, it's like maybe this is about like just needing to get away. If you spend some time by yourself, spend some time just kind of getting different perspectives about love and taking a new adventure for yourself, all that kind of thing, to get yourself, back upright, I feel. And, or if you're a male, it's like, just cutting through the confusion, because the female in this scenario isn't feeling like herself right now. Okay. And it's like, with the Four of Wands and Lovers, I think this is a good it's not an outcome cards, but it's like, I feel like that's where you would be headed towards that type of energy. Let's see what your actual outcome is, and I'll pull advice cards. Let's see. So let's see what the actual outcome is. Let's put some of these back in proper order. All right. Okay, so let's see what the actual outcome is. And then, well, let's see. We'll get advice. Let's get advice first, and then see what the outcome is once we see the advice, because that just makes more sense, right? Because it's like we need to know the advice first before the outcome. So let's see what the advice is. So what is the advice for Tauruses? Possible some Cancers, but mostly Tauruses, please. What is the advice for Tauruses in this situation? What is the advice for Tauruses in this situation? Abundance, nice. Change. Oh, somebody could be having a baby. That could be it too. Or if you've had issues like with pregnancies or things like that, it's like but you want to be pregnant again. Like I feel like that you will be. Okay, so if there were any problems with any previous ones, like I think you still you could still become pregnant. So like if there was any loss before, or if there just wasn't, or maybe you just can't, I mean, of course, if you really can't get pregnant, then no. But for some of you, like if you had some kind of technical mishaps or things like that did not go well, then I still believe like that there is still a baby for you in your future. Okay, advice for Tauruses or Cancers. Fourth chakra, yep, always good. I saw that one. Okay, anything else? For Taurus and Cancers, okay. Okay, so, you got the Fool card again. So there's something here about like really needing to like take a leap of faith, that sort of thing. Because you have the Leap card here, and it's very much like the Fool card, and which you had in your reading already. And it says, you go first, the universe will catch you. So it's just a matter, and before that, so let me go to these first two. I'm sorry, I went a little out of order. So you have change and then you have abundance. So it's like you have this change, but this card is hard to see, but there's somebody like clinging on to this. They're like literally like clinging, you know, trying to hang on for dear life, even though like, damn, man. I mean, look, there's lightning, there's wind, there's this, there's that. It's like you got to let go, right? So, or you're going to be pulled away anyway. So, but this is somebody who's extremely resistant, yes, to change. So, but it's saying it's okay. It's okay to let go. Let go of the grasp, because it's like you have abundance coming towards you, and it's the hunter moon. So this is kind of a different perspective too, because we were talking about perspectives and things like that earlier. And the hunter moon, think about it. It's like hunter. You know, it's like it's not hunting stepping on everybody to get what you want and that sort of thing, but it's like being like going after what you want, you know, and it's a fox that she's holding in her arms. So it's like, sure, be a little sly, be a little cunning, you know, but in a respectful way too, because a good hunter is always respectful, right? So it's that kind of energy, and there's still a softness to this too. So it's like, you know, it feels like good advice, because then you have leap, which is like the Fool card, right? So it says you go first, the universe will catch you. So it's like, don't be afraid to hunt, you know, like in a respectful, you know, way, what it is you are going for. And then here we go. And then you have, it is safe for you to receive. So it says the more you allow yourself to receive, the more resources you have available to share with others. Open your arms to receive and be a conduit for good coming to you and through you as it blesses the world. So I'll hold that still in case anybody wants to take like a screenshot of that. Hold on, let me get it. There we go. Okay. All right, so what do we got next? I saw heart chakra in here somewhere. Yeah, heart chakra next. Heart chakra, which is about receiving. It is about giving on all those things. It's about like love in all forms. It's about abundance in all forms. Okay, this isn't just money. You know, it's like, oh, the abundance mindset and all that. Well, that doesn't just mean like set your sights on money. It means set your sight on abundance. Okay, because you know it's like bountiful, you know, plentiful, that kind of thing. So the fourth heart chakra is about that. It's about all kinds of love, all kinds of love. All right, all kinds of love. All right. Then we have birthing a new age, birthing new creations, and dreaming a new world into being. That's a pretty bitchin' card, and that one doesn't come out too often because that's not one like there's some of these that come out all the time. This one is not one of them. So that is meant for you for sure. Then you have building blocks. Yeah, you guys are working on something, definitely. So whether this is like, you know, especially with this heart chakra. So the heart chakra is like anybody out there who's like trying to like build something or like working on a new idea, a new project, or even like trying to build like a relationship again. It's like the heart chakra is key. That seems to be like what starts this in motion. Okay, so study. You know, I could go on about the heart chakra, but just, you know, go on YouTube, learn about it, that kind of thing. Google, whatever. Just trust. You know, make sure they feel right. The videos you watch, there's a lot of weird stuff out there. Then you have Anna, grandmother of Jesus, seeding the light, laying foundations, divine plan. Oh my, you guys have these like cards about, you know, you're birthing a new age, dreaming a new world into being. Then you have building blocks, and then you have laying foundations. So I don't know, you know, this is really, really like fascinating. I mean, maybe some of you guys are like trying to build a home, you know, with someone, or just build a plan in general. But this is key. I'm telling you, that's what's going to bring this into fruition. Then your next one is Star Mother. How can you mother yourself? So you have grandmother here, you have mother here. You know, there's a sense of like this, like kind of being guided energy, very nurturing type energy, right? Empress energy. So, which is, you know, the card we started off with. So how can you mother yourself? I mean, it's really, this card's so beautiful, so beautiful. And, you know, it's like she's not like closed off with her hands across her chest. She's like, she's holding herself, right? So, because sometimes in tarot we see like these like kind of closed off gestures and things like that. This isn't blocking, you know, the heart chakra. This is like supporting yourself and the heart chakra. Okay. Then last but not least, what do we got? Oh, storm warning. Okay, so storm warning, that makes sense. All right. Oh, yep, there we go. Because, you know, we have this here. So this is about like clinging onto something and needing to let go. All right, just needing to let go. Become, you know, this gentle, respectful, but wise and clever hunter. Okay, that's what needs to happen. It's safe, do all these things, take a leap, all that, because you've got something coming up, that you're going to need to navigate, and this is like a tower. It's tower all over this. I mean, that's what we're looking here. So, but it's good, okay? Because it's one of those like good tower things. Also, too, this is a 10. So that tells me an ending to something, a new beginning to something else. And we did kind of start off with that death card energy, which is usually a lot like that, like something crumbling and not working, and then transforming and moving forward and starting something new. All right, and especially with the building blocks and all that, that is very very much like that card, because it's like destroying something and then rebuilding it, and you've cut like all these cards of that. So I mean, like, it couldn't be more clearer about there's something you guys are doing, and it could be literal for some of you, like building like a building or like a home or something like that. But for others of you, I mean, it's super apparent that like you guys have like an idea, or you have like something that you are working on, and it's being divinely guided here. So you're at the building block stage. Keep going. It's going to work. With the storm warning here, so tower card, you've got yes and action, and you have positivity, faith, and optimism in the center. So, and I'll read that for you. So you've got yes, positivity, faith, and optimism, and then you have action. So yes, just say yes. That's what it says. Okay. So yes, just say yes. So you'll know what that is when the time comes. All right. Then you have positivity, faith, and optimism. It says you open the doorway to positive experiences and opportunities with your positive expectations and energy. Do not allow negative energy or temporary setbacks to interfere with the path that you are on. Keep the faith and keep going. Okay, so I'll hold that still too in case you want to take a snapshot of that. Okay, and last card. Action. All right. So, and it's beautiful. It's like, it's grace. It's like natural action. It's very graceful. So it's like, it's not action that you have to force yourself to do, or like that you just feel like, oh man, it's not, it's like graceful. It's natural. It just happens. And why does it happen? Because you've opened your heart chakra, and you have this positivity, faith, and optimism, and you are ready to receive. What it was. It's safe for you. Understand that it's safe for you to receive. So it's like I think it's fantastic, really. So let's look at your outcome then, based on your advice. You also have trust your path at the bottom here, which this is one of my favorite cards. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? A fantastic question to write down and ask yourself several times throughout the year. Okay, if you knew you would be supported, what would you do? All right. Okay, so outcome. Based on this advice and things like that, what can the Tauruses and possibly Cancers watching this gain from this? Where will they be headed? Where will they most likely be headed? What is their most likely outcome, please? From this situation, what is their most likely outcome? Okay, 4 of Cups just fell in my lap. All right, so we'll look at that in a second. Hanged Man, 9 of Cups, okay. Ace of Wands, perfect. Strength and Chariot. Okay, so, ooh, I see a Tower too. So the 4 of Cups just fell in my lap, all right, and we do have the Hanged Man here. So for some of you, the outcome will be you'll miss an opportunity, okay? I'm just going to say that straight out. For others of you, you're going to have a victory. And that's usually the way things go, right? That is the way life goes. I mean, it's like that's like some people miss opportunities, some people have victories. So for some of you watching this, it's like, the fact that this fell out and tumbled and went into my lap again, just like at the beginning of this video, it's like there's a little bit of something that needs to be kind of cleaned up here, I feel. And I'm not judging at all. All right, that's not my freaking place. All right, I don't, I don't care about any of that stuff, or because it's like, it's not that I don't care, I do care actually, but it's like I don't get myself involved in those types of things unless somebody like needs me, or it requires me to be a friend or be their help or whatever. But I mean, judgment, I ain't gonna judge anybody. I mean, some of my best friends have been drug addicts, and some of my people, they've been alcoholic, whatever. It's just, it is what it is. But there's somebody that could miss an opportunity. All right, the one, if you're not like if this isn't the advice that kind of works for you, there's a chance then there could be a missed opportunity for you. For others of you, you're definitely on your way to a victory with this, and something good too, and especially business wise. Like if you're stuck business wise, there could be like a very good outcome here for you. So I think what happens is, for a lot of you, like if it is business, this is about networking and having a plan, having a strategy, seeing things and laying them out, the way they should go. Definitely networking with others and that kind of thing. There could be like a mentor here possibly that maybe they weren't available like for a little bit, maybe there's like a long wait for them, or they just there's something like that. But don't fear, especially we saw the temperance card a lot, like having patience, like they will be available. Like you will work with this person if you've been trying to get this person's attention to work with. It's like I feel like that will happen and you will have a victory. For others of you, it's like this could be, it could be like a third party situation or something, and maybe you make some harsh choices and you cut some things out, and it's like maybe you're tired of waiting, or maybe somebody is getting a divorce or something like that, and they're coming towards you, but it takes a little while for them, because the Hangman is a little bit of stalled energy. All right, but again, there's something here about this Nine of Cups, like you're gonna have your wish. So I do feel that. For others of you, it could be legal type situations. If you're dealing with that, again, I see a victory. All right, you have good cards here. It could take a little bit, again, with the Hanged Man, but ultimately you will get whatever your situation is. That's what I keep seeing, is that it's like once you get this new perspective about things, okay, it's like, sure, it might be taking a while. But once you can cut through and see the clarity of a situation and see everyone involved, see the perspective from every person involved in the scenario. So literally, that means like really, like if you're dealing with like a love triangle, let's say, okay, then it's like the Hanged Man card would be asking you to not, it's so easy for us, like in a relationship situation, or God forbid, add another person in the mix, to blame the other person and just be like, oh, that motherfucker and that blah, 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 and that blah, blah, and all that kind of stuff. And sometimes, yes, they are just like that motherfucker. All right, but motherfucker. But sometimes, this is asking to, and even if they are, it's asking to see all the perspectives, like really, really try to see through like who you're dealing with, see through their eyes. And see why they are acting the way they are acting. Did you miss something? That kind of thing. All right. And even like if it's like a third party thing, because let's say, you're married or whatever, and your husband, that he's with this other chick or something like that. It's like, as weird as that sounds, and I know that doesn't sound fun, but it's like even seeing like her point of view, and stuff like that. That might be taken a little too far, granted. Okay, but I'm just saying, it's like that's kind of what really kind of opens things sometimes and pushes us forward. The universe likes that kind of 360 type of viewing, okay? And you have this Nine of Cups, so something is going to make you happy, all right? Whatever your situation is, if it's stalled, what have you, you're still going to like get something good out of this. If it's a matter of you, like, seeing a different perspective about your work, about what you need to do, about this, about that, whatever, it's like you're going to do it, follow those advice cards and, look at different perspectives, because you definitely have something. You have this like this is the Queen of Wands turned the right way now, all right, that we were talking about before. This is you getting like an idea, an epiphany, more vitality and things like that. The Strength card here, I don't feel like this is is holding back at all. You know, sometimes that's what the strength card means. I don't think so. I think this is you like going full force. I think it's you know, it's you having strength, and it's you moving forward and having a victory. Also, too, I mean, quite frankly, I mean, if this is like a relationship thing, I mean, you know, there's a lot of vitality going on here. You know, a lot of passion. All right, like headed forward. So, and you have the Eight of Pentacles and the Tower card at the bottom of the deck into the Ace of Cups, the Knight of Wands, and the Ten of Pentacles. So it's like the Eight of Pentacles, the Tower card going into the Eight of Pentacles. So it could be something about like, you know, striking out on your own, you know, financially, you know, something like that could be, or it could be like striking out on your own financially, standing up on your own 2 feet. Yeah, that kind of thing could be the thing that leads you to like love. All right. So there's something about being independent here. And I feel like this Tower card is related to that card where it's like somebody was like kind of like just clinging and didn't want to let go and that kind of thing. You can let go, you know, and it's going to be fine. You've got the Ace of Cups. You've got the Knight of Wands. As long as you stay active, as long as you stay present and you know, with some a sense of adventure and things like that, it's like you could make this business go very solid. All right, especially if it's a home-based business. All right. So, and perhaps find love in the mix as well. So, yeah, looks really good. I don't know what else to say, really. So I hope that helps somewhat. I feel like the beginning was off to a kind of, because I had to like describe so many different things that could have been, you know, and it's like sometimes when I see that there actually could be like the loss of someone, then that takes a different tone for the reading, but I can't like ignore that either. So it's like I felt like that kind of took things off to like kind of a weird start, but I really hope you guys got something out of that. And don't forget this too. All right, because it's like you don't want to be this one. All right, the one that misses the opportunity, because those cards were fantastic. I mean, you know, you had Eight of Pentacles, Tower card with the Eight of Pentacles going into the Ace of Cups, going into the Ten of Pentacles. So it's like somebody's going to find their passion and their self, you know, like strength and all of that, and maybe even love along the way, or at least their passion that they do love, and build it up into something that is very good in the long term. And then somebody else might not, and you know, that kind of thing. So it's like if you're watching this, be that one, you know, choose the Ten of Pentacles one. Okay. All right. Thanks guys. And hope you guys got something out of this. All right. Thanks. Bye.